Good morning, children of God, and welcome to worship. It's good to be together again. I hope you've had some good times outside this week. It's been so nice. I've been taking walks in my neighborhood and noticing all the different kinds of flowers that are blooming. There's some geese with baby goslings in the pond near our neighborhood. That's been fun to watch. It's just been really nice. Today we're going to continue in our series of stories that Jesus told. And today I picked out a story that Jesus told that we call the parable of the sower. A sower or a planter. A sower is an old-fashioned word for somebody who goes out and plants things. Are you planting any flowers this week? We're going to, and I hope you do too. It'll be nice. This story that Jesus told came at the very beginning of his ministry, and we'll get to it as soon as we light our candle that reminds us that Jesus wasn't just someone who lived long ago and told us wonderful stories, that Jesus is someone who's with us always, but in our very special way during worship. So let's begin our worship. Let's see where we are in the church calendar. That's always something that we do at the beginning. And I'm really sorry that you're not here to help me with this one. But let's just look at the seasons of the church here again, okay? Advent, Christmas, Epiphany, Lent, and Easter. Here we are at Easter. The cross is over and done. Jesus has risen from the dead. And you know that on this calendar, we've seen it before, there's a dot for every Sunday of the year. And this Easter season that we're in is not just one Sunday. Christians are Easter people. We celebrate Easter all the time, but especially during this season. Today is the 5th Sunday of Easter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're counting down to the Ascension Sunday and the end of the 40-day period between the resurrection and when Jesus returned to the Father. And then Pentecost. I wonder what season it'll be when we can all be together again for worship. I think maybe sometime during ordinary time. We'll see. Once there was a man who did such marvelous things and said such wonderful things and taught such amazing things that everyone wanted to be with him. One day, he came out of the house where he was staying, and a crowd of people waited to see what he would do and hear what he would have to say. There were so many people that wanted to hear what Jesus had to say that he went into the lake and got into a boat, and he taught them there. And when he taught them, he gave them the gift of a parable. The kind of story that Jesus told is called a parable. And a parable is like a gift from Jesus. It's a story that's so pretty on the outside. Everyone likes getting a gift. A gift from Jesus is especially nice. But in order to really understand the gift or appreciate the gift, the best part's inside. You have to unwrap it. And as you unwrap it, you begin to see what's inside and hear the story and appreciate it. You learn why Jesus gave you that gift. This is the gift that he gave to the crowd gathered along the lake. Just one person in this story. The sower, the man who went out to plant the seeds. He took with him a pouch full of seeds out into the newly plowed fields, and he began to throw the seed out into the soil. But as he threw, some of it blew and ended up on the pathways. Now the pathways were hard, and many people had walked on them. And so the seeds that fell there just stayed on the top of the path until the birds came and ate them up. Other seed that he threw fell into the places where there were rocks. And the seeds got in between the rocks, and they sprouted up, and they grew quickly. But then, when the sun came out and scorched them, the plants died, because the rocks were there and they hadn't had time to put down good roots, and so they died. Other seed fell among thorns, brambles, weeds, and some of them sprouted, but they were choked out by the weeds. They couldn't find the sun, they couldn't get out, and so they died too. And then Jesus said, but other seed fell on the good soil, where they got water and sunshine, and they grew up to be strong, healthy plants. That seed, some of them gave 100 plants, 60 plants, 30 plants. That was the good seed. That was the good soil. Later that day, after the crowds had gone home, some of the disciples talked to Jesus. And they said, Jesus, why do you talk to the people in parables? Why do you not just come out and say straight what you mean? Jesus decided to answer them. And he said, I'll tell you, these people have hard hearts. They've stopped listening and they've stopped seeing. Because if they really had their eyes open and their ears open, they would be able to unwrap this gift. They would know what was inside. The disciples said, we're not sure we understand. Can you tell us what it means? And so Jesus did. He said, the seed is the word of God, the teachings that I'm going to give you and will give you. Some of my teachings will fall on the path. The birds will come and eat them up. No one will pay attention. They'll just be wasted. Others of my teaching will fall on the rocky hearts of people. They'll really just not be able to understand that they'll receive my words eagerly. They'll really want to be good followers, but they'll turn away because things get hard or tough. They'll be my followers when it's good, but when the hot sun comes and they have troubles, they'll just turn away. Those teachings will be wasted too. He said, some of my teachings will fall on the ears and into the hearts of people who are so concerned and worried about making a living and getting rich and the things of this world, that their hearts are so tangled up like the brambles and weeds in the field that my teachings will never have a chance to grow in their hearts. But he said, some of you are like the good soil. Blessed are you who are like the good soil, because the things that I will teach you will go straight into your good hearts. And there you'll think about what I've said. And the teachings will grow inside you. And you too will bear fruit 100, 60, 30 times what I have given you. I hope that you like the gift that Jesus gave us this week. And I look forward to seeing you next week. And I also, as I'm holding this gift, I heard that somebody had a birthday this week and got to open a different kind of present. And that person's name starts with an E. It might be Evie, but it's not Evie. It might be Eloise, but it's not Eloise. It might be Emerson, but it's not Emerson. It might be Elise, but it's not Elise, and it's not even Elowen. It's Easton. Easton turned 4 this week, so happy birthday, Easton. And I hope you can tell me about your presents very soon. Hope that you have a good week, and we'll see you next time with another story that Jesus told.